Hey y'all, Ruth here. In my Prescription for Joy book, I outlined 5 basic ingredients of my own version of how to live a life of joy. Once upon a time, I had them on a business card, and when I would hand one to someone, there I would immediately go to number 4, which is let go of things you can't control. I kind of believe that's basically everything. There's so little within our power. That ugly C word, control, is one that comes up a lot with us humans, a lot in therapy, a lot in relationships, including mine. We people want things to go a certain way. We would like for people to act a certain way, think a certain way, believe a certain way. We always think we know the right way. And that should word, oh Lord, what we think they should believe and think. We can do a whole section on the woulda, coulda, shouldas if you're not too wary of that by now. It can be an issue. Anyway, back to C, the control word. I often will throw on the wall what I call my invisible banner, and it's a la 12-step language, and it goes something like this. I am powerless over anyone's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Breathe that one in for a moment. People who are stuck in that all too typical codependent, we can talk about that word again some more if you'd like, codependent thing of feeling like they want to please people, they want them to believe a certain way, you know, their whole life is wrapped up on what people think of them, all that stuff. They see that and it's like, oh, no, I do. It's like, okay, think a little bit more. Let it soak in a little bit more. If you allow yourself to really get to the meat of that, it can be an absolute relief. A relief that you don't have control over what others think, feel, and do. You really have zero power over it. Control is basically an illusion. No matter what you think someone thinks about you, you really don't know. Yeah, some of us may be more intuitive, and yes, one of the things about being a psychotherapist for all these years is that your intuitive stuff gets tuned in a little bit better, and you see subtle changes in people's eyes and their breathing and their posture. There's all kinds of subtle ways to see and think about what people are, thinking and maybe not sharing. But in general, you still don't have any control over it. That's actually helped me stay in this business as long as I have, because I know I have zero power over what somebody does in their life. I do what I can when they're with me. Once they're gone, I realize it's totally out of my control. They choose who to be, how to be, what to do. It's their choice. So if you do allow yourself to think about control a little differently, you might actually really truly feel some relief. The whole idea of control, you have control over yourself. That's who you have control over. Do you have influence? Yes, I would say so. If others respect, love, appreciate, understand you as a human, you are probably given permission to influence them. And even energetically, I think our thoughts, our feelings, our, body, mind, and spirit, the thoughts, prayers, our mental, emotional, spiritual self can project vibes. And, of course, I want it all to be positive vibes, right? But that's another topic for another day. Today, about control, please let go of it. You don't really have it anyway. It's an illusion. Do your best to do the best you can with who you are, and then that will be something worthy of sharing. And maybe it will have an absolutely positive influence on others that you are circulating with on this marvelous planet. Be you, be true, to yourself and to each other. We're here to learn, to love one another. Our time upon this precious earth, let's treasure it for all it's worth, embracing each and every moment, each and every day. Even the hard ones, we'll get through it. Because you're you, I'm me. We're in this thing together. We're here to learn, to care for one another. We are doing this earthly journey together, folks. This life can be challenging. I know we can do it better if we do it together. Much love, peace, and joy. Till we meet again.